Hey, it's Heather, and today is a very good day for an adventure in gardening. A little bit of snow outside, but we can still do some gardening inside. If you have houseplants, today is a very good day to take and do a houseplant checkup. My calendar is marked today to go around in my sunroom and check for pests, because if you have plants, you're gonna have pests. I like to take and shake them down, spray them with some water, sometimes put them in the tub or the shower and spray them down, and get all of the dropped leaves out of the tops of the pots so there's no place for critters to hide. So I'm going to give you a tour today of some of my favorite plants, and you will hear me say my favorite plant over and over again because they're all kind of my favorite. Sort of like picking which kid is your favorite, but I hope you enjoy this little tour. This is a polyanthum jasmine. It has a very heavy, musky perfume fragrance to it. At night, it's much more intense than it is during the daytime, but I leave this one outside in the fall a little bit longer just so that it experiences the cool nights, and that kind of triggers it to bloom this time of year. Starts producing buds in February. This is a rosemary plant with a tradescantia planted in it. All the other rosemary plants are outside already except this one because these guys are married, and so it's just happy to be inside still. This is my laundry room attached to the sunroom. Overflow of plants. A little less sunlight in here, but this is lemongrass that I bring in and out year after year, and all this brown stuff I just pick pieces off and feed it to the rabbits, and they love it. This plant right here is actually one of my favorite plants, and I don't know its name. I don't remember your name, but brickbrack, I don't remember. This is from Logies though, and it's so much bigger than it was when I got it, but I just love this. Backing up a little bit, oh, can't forget about this. This one's also from Logies. This is a Parma violet, and the fragrance is so beautiful. It's very perfumey. Loves the cool weather out here in the laundry room. This orange tree was my grandmother's, and it's one of my most favorite plants. I have to trim it to keep it under control. I don't know if you can see. It is so done with being inside. The color, we're just hanging on with this one. It'll be fine. It needs a little more sunlight and some nice fertilizer. But right next to it is the ponderosa lemon. That is a Logies plant. You can see my lemon right there, and you can see some buds on it, and there's some flowers. They smell wonderful. Lots of buds on the ponderosa lemon. Right next to the ponderosa is another one of my favorites that was a wedding gift from some friends, so definitely this is getting ready to go outside. This is a bay tree, and it's about up to my chin right now, and it's a great plant. This is one that I'll be willing to hopefully one of my grandchildren someday. This is a kalanchoe called Silver Spoons, and right behind are some little lemons that I planted from seed that are coming along nicely. I have some succulents on the windowsill. I think this one is called Bear's Paw or Bear's Claw. And this guy you might recognize as the one that's on Pinterest all the time, the dolphin plant, because it looks like little dolphins. This is another kalanchoe with spoon in its name. This is copper spoon, and this one definitely looks like a spoon, right? Very cool. This is a scented geranium. Lemon Rose, I think is the name of this one, and my sister gave this to me. And I've had it for quite a few years. I keep it by the doorway, so when I go in and out, I'm brushing up against it, releasing the fragrance into the air, and it just smells really nice. You can also see down there, I keep paper towel rolls on some of my plants because my rabbits figured out that they can jump up into the pots, and hey, this is just like the sticks that she brings us from outside. So I just protect my plants extra. That tick, 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 tick noise is my rabbits drinking. So in case you're wondering what that is. This is a fig tree that I take in and out. I got it when it was this tall, and now it is taller than me. It has not fruited yet for me. I think it's Black Mission. I think that's the name of this one. Thing I forgot to mention, this part of our house, our sunroom, actually isn't heated. So the plants that are out here really do enjoy a cool rest period in the wintertime, especially the citrus. The fig didn't have any leaves on it until maybe a month ago. So a rest period can be good and healthy for a lot of plants. This is a Meyer lemon, and again, this was just like a little 3-leafer when I got it originally. And this actually, I don't think you can really see because we're losing daylight, but the amount of blossoms this year, oh my word. I did have a great harvest a few years ago, but it looks like it's going to be another fantastic harvest. And the fragrance is almost overwhelming. It's just fantastic. And then right next to it is my coconut orchid, which actually doesn't stay in here all the time, but I brought it in to show because it's blooming, and yeah, it smells like coconut. Like, really smells like coconut. This has been one of the easiest to care for orchids I have ever had. Easier than Phalaenopsis. So let's see. This is my little propagation station here for succulents. You know, succulents, I'm constantly just, cutting them, and the leaves fall off and I throw them into this dish right here. And what happens is we get little tiny succulents from one leaf. It starts to replicate itself on the tip of its leaf. Okay, coconut orchid, you are in the way, buddy. Here we go. So even things like this Haworthia right here, oh, he's not coming. Okay, I'll have to dig him out. But he's making a little Haworthia on the end there. And sometimes they shrivel up and die, but for the most part I have good success. And then I'm able, oh, this is a lobster claw right there. So, and then I put them into containers outside. This is a panda plant, little panda plant, hello. All right, here's another one that I don't know if you can see, but this is one of those walking iris plants. Regina somebody, can't remember her name either. It's funny when you don't use the names all the time, you kind of forget. All right, and then I have lots of aloe plants that I keep around. Lots more succulents. I never intended to collect succulents, but my daughter did. Succulents. And then, oh, I want to show you this guy here. Look at this flower. This has a pretty fragrance, almost like a rose-like fragrance, and I have no idea. It's a geranium. I know it's a geranium. It's a big old geranium. See? Here's the last thing that I want to show you today. This is a rooting board that I made with some canning jars and some boards that I had. And I take cuttings from some of my house plants that I want to share with other people, and I root them in the jars, and then I put them in pots after they have roots and find a good home for them. So I hope you enjoyed this little look around today. I'll see y'all soon. Remember, every day is an adventure.